Welcome back, shop rats. Today we're actually going to work on the 47 Ford. We gave this car a name a long time ago and we just haven't really shared it on the channel, but it's definitely an appropriate name, especially for a musician like myself, and a lot of you will get the reference where it comes from because this is Big Fat Fanny, and she's such a naughty nanny. And we all know that fat bottom girls make the rock and world go around, and this car definitely makes my rock and world go around. So we've got some problems with this car. We did a bunch of wiring last year, and the ignition switch no longer works to start the car. So I'm going to take you through the process of figuring that out and showing you how to get around it. And well, there's just going to be a bunch of stuff. So it's general electrical work. For some of you that's a mystery, but it's really not that complicated. So hopefully you can learn something from this and remember that the stuff that we do here doesn't just apply to the specific vehicle we're working on, but the principles and techniques can be applied to anything you're working on. So let's watch the show intro. I'll see you in about 30 seconds. I'm Mike, and all of this is my car shop.
Working out of a 100-year-old refurbished barn, bringing 35 years of experience to projects considered beyond repair. Vision, creativity, and problem solving are essential tools in this place. Watch as we transform junk into polished metal miracles. This is My Car's Shop.
Of course, you're seeing this, a month after I'm filming, but I will mention that some of you know I've been kind of quarantined for a while here, and so I've been avoiding doing. I'm back on my feet, everything's fine, back to work, all that stuff, but I've been avoiding doing any of the work that stirs up a lot of dust and dirt. I've got primer to lay on those doors, tons more work I want to do on stitches, but I was thinking I want to get some more content out for you, and I want to move forward on the projects, which is the most important thing. And I was thinking about this project, realizing that what needs to be done here is probably a good way to kind of get those repair/video juices flowing again. And quite frankly, I'm tired of jumping the starter with a screwdriver to get this car to start up and move around. It's actually been sitting outside for about 2 weeks now because I have a family of coon living in the top of the shop over there where the Oakland is normally parked, and they have clawed a hole through and created a big mess on the floor, and quite frankly I'm afraid they're going to dig their way right through and they would fall on top of the car, and I don't want that. So I've got a patch to put up over there and take care of that so that I can get the Oakland back over there where it belongs. But anyway, blah blah blah. The other thing, I got a package from a viewer, Colleen, and I want to open that before we get started on this because I have no idea what's in it. I'm excited to see what she sent, so let's do that first. So here's our package from Amazon. I don't have a clue. She said it's something I really need when she saw me working on the bottom side of stitches, so let's find out what she sent. Oh, cool. Awesome. Very cool. I've actually looked at these and just never bothered to get one, and now I have two. Very cool. Won't be able to use it today, but that's why I wanted to open it, because I thought maybe we could use it today, but I get it now. Very cool. Yeah, so it's well, that comes out of there. Anyway, you put it on, you put your paint can in there, and and it keeps you from doing this and this and this. And so let's get one. Definitely going to be very helpful. I'm assuming it just slides. I don't know how it works. Okay, so you just slide it in there somehow. I'm afraid of breaking it. That would suck. There we go. Point it in the direction, and very cool. Yes, I've looked at those for a long time. So thanks, Colleen. Appreciate it. And we'll definitely put those to work. And yes, for those who watch 1.2 episodes of my channel instead of spending some time actually seeing what I really do, I do own paint guns and stuff like that. But a lot of this is just quick throw some stuff on there to keep it from rusting till I get back to doing what I want to do. A lot of it's just to show the progress on the channel. Well, there's methods to my madness, so don't assume you know everything. Thanks, Colleen. I really appreciate it. That's going to save my fingers a lot, and those are going to be fun to use. So thanks. Okay, so first thing I wanted to mention is when your ignition switch quits, the quickest way to find out, or when the car won't start, the quickest way to find out if your problem is your switch or the starter or whatever is to just take a screwdriver and go down here and short these two terminals together, and I'll show you that here in just a second. And you just put a screwdriver across there and the engine will crank if the starter's good and the battery's good. So that will tell you then that the problem's not with the starter but with the wiring or the switch or something else. So I've already done that because I've been starting this car this way for quite a while because I hadn't gotten around to doing what I'm going to do right now. But let's show you that just in case you've never seen that before. Okay, so I got my screwdriver and I'm just going to reach down in, and of course use an insulated screwdriver handle so you don't short yourself out, but just reach down in and I just slide it down and poke and just like that to make it crank. So my battery's a little bit weak and I don't have the key on to start it. I was just doing this to show you the process here. So I'm quite sure the ignition switch is bad, but we'll go in and pull it out of the dash and I'll show you how to test it. These are the two wires that actually feed the starter. They're normally tucked up behind the dash, but I pulled them down a while ago to just take a look and see what's going on. But I'm going to pull this switch out of here. Maybe. All right, got to get some pliers. Okay, so it's these two wires, this red one and this purple one. The purple one, I believe, is the one that feeds the starter. The red one is the power to the switch. We know we have power to the switch because everything powers on when I turn on the key, like the fuel pump. So if we want to test this, what I would do here is just jump these two and see if the wiring is fine, which I'm 99.9% sure it is. But quick test, we'll just use our pliers, go across these two terminals here. Okay. So we know that all the wiring is good. It's got to be the switch itself that has failed, which sucks. But brand new switch, car's never even been on the road yet. But she don't work anymore. Something failed inside. So we could rattly bang, stuff like that. But I have another switch. It's a different, well, it's what I had in the car before I put this auto wire kit in. So I'll go get that and we'll figure out how to wire that up. Actually, this is the old wiring that I had in the car temporarily ever since we put it together. But this is the old switch. Let's see if we can skewer ourselves. Okay. And we've got a little mud dauber in there. Take these old wires off. And now this switch does not have a reverse accessory. It's only a 3-pole, so we're going to have to do a couple of things differently there, but it'll work. I may go ahead and order a different switch for it. I may just use this one. Probably just use this one, but we'll see. Time will tell. All right, you don't need to be bored out of your mind watching me take out screws. Okay, so what we have here is the two red wires up there are the power feeds. The purple wire is the starter. The brown wire is for accessories, and the two pink wires are for ignition on. This is a 4-terminal switch, and the one I have to replace it is a 3-terminal, which does not have the accessory. So I'll have to put the accessory wire on with the two pink wires so that it feeds those things that need to be fed by accessory power. So that'll work for now, and that'll get us going. And then, of course, the battery and the starter, it's all pretty straightforward here. So we'll get these wires off of here and get them onto that switch, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we got those 3 hooked up to the ignition one, and then I believe this is the battery and this is the solenoid. I'll double check that more closely here. It says right on there. Yep, this one's the battery, and so this one would be the solenoid, which is that purple wire. So the 2 red ones go here and the purple one goes there. And of course, the joy of using cheap parts is that the terminal broke off. So I got to fix that real quick to make this work. I'll just swedge it back in there and probably throw some solder on there. The unfortunateness of things, but I share it all, so it just popped right off because the wire was not where I was comfortable with, and I just gave it a little tweak like I shouldn't have done, and I knew better. So, all right, let's get this back on there. Alright, I got it swedged back in there, but I do have to put some solder. It's never going to hold. As soon as I put the wire and put some tension on that, it's gonna pop. So I'll go get the soldering gun and we'll get some solder down on there. Hopefully that's got it. Yeah, it feels pretty good. It's hot for some reason. I don't know why. Not as long as I didn't lose my screw. Oh, I didn't show you, but there it is right there. Nice little blob of solder on there. So hopefully that'll do it. It should. It got good penetration. So, all right. Yeah, this fits better anyway now. I positioned it just slightly differently. So. That's what got me in trouble last time. Because I didn't like the way that wire was fitting and I started tweaking on it and I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, it's not fitting. I'm going to try to run a little more solder on there. It's held, but yeah, I'm going to have to get a different switch. But I can make this one work for now. So a little more soldering. That's better. That's better. Boy, I'm just gonna have to move that a little bit. It's I don't like the way those wires come together there, and I can't find my screwdriver. All right. Where'd I put it? All right, trace your steps. We're sitting here. Well, I'm sure you guys are looking right at it, but I can't find it. There it is. Yeah, she's good and held now. All right, let's check it out, see if it works first. Of course, I have to find the keys for that ignition. Okay, key on. We have fuel pump. Okay, good. So let's get that in the dashboard. And yeah, I didn't disconnect the battery. I'm going to run a tape around to that so it doesn't short. I'll just put a little of duct tape so that it protects those wires a little bit. I'll probably order another 4-contact switch. But for now, at least I'll be able to run this around and move it around the shop and, you know, just stuff. And that'll just kind of, you know, it'll just kind of keep stuff from hitting. And I'm wondering if this is going to fit. Kind of hoping it does, because I like that one better than that big nut. But nope, it's different. All right, now let's get this on there. Oh, nice. I'll be right back. So when you ever see this car in person 5 years from now, this switch will probably still be what's in it. One of these days when Becky's free, we're gonna get out here and get after this again and get some of the rest of this wiring done up. kind of been a her and I project. Okay, very good. Sure scratching the crap out of my dash, but that's fine. I've got a bezel to put on there at some point, so. Okay, that should work. Let's see if she works. Okay, the only other thing is these keys need to go on that ring because these are the trunk keys and door keys. Or at least the trunk keys. I don't know about the door keys. I don't remember if I rekeyed the doors or not. Doesn't matter. But I'll make sure that I don't lose those. I know these are for the trunk because it's a brand new handle lock assembly back there. Okay, so there we go. Now the next thing is we got to put it on the charger. You can tell the battery's getting pretty weak back there, but that's good progress. And I did want to mention the wooden floorboards in here. I did that back in the day, 2 years ago probably, because I had no floorboards in here and I could not find online anywhere, new or used, what this floor looked like. I couldn't remember if it was metal, if it was wood. Some of these old cars had wood floors, some had metal floors. I didn't know, and I couldn't remember from the other ones of these I've worked on, and I've worked on them before. But thanks to Iron Trap Garage, they had a floor pan on one of the episodes for one of these cars that I saw. I think it's for Matt's dad's car. And so I do know they were metal now. So what I said at the time that I made this all out of wood was I'll probably use it temporarily, and I've got great patterns now to make the metal floor. So one of these days, that's going to be a little fabrication project to make this floor. It's going to be a bit custom because this is cut out to fit this small block Chevy and this Turbo 350 in here with this low car shifter and so forth. But anyway, just a little side note on the wood floor, that's why. But for now, it works good. So, all right, let's get that battery charged up then, and we can move on with the rest of the day. Well, you know, not everything around here is fun and sexy and exciting, but it's all stuff that needs to be done. And the bigger picture of my channel is always, you just get to come and spend a day in the shop working on whatever I'm working on. Now, I try not to share things like pushing a broom around and putting tools away. That's part of it as well, but it's just a day or a few hours in the shop with what I'm working on, and good old Fat Fanny here definitely needed that attention. I was tired of having to get in, turn the key on, pump it 3 or 4 times, come out, crank it with the starter with the screwdriver. You know, it was just kind of annoying. So I'm glad to have that going again, and I'll look around for a 4-pole switch to replace that one probably at some point. And we'll get that wrapped up. So next things on this car is I want to get the gas gauge up in the dash. Remember last year we spent time getting the fuel cell in the trunk, and it had the wrong sending unit in it, and we have the right sending unit engaged, and the gas gauge does work now. We just need to get it moved forward and then get this wiring cleaned up and so forth. And then I want to get the grill painted as soon as I'm in a position here where I feel like I'm going to be able to handle breathing, fumes and so forth. Yes, I wear respirators and masks, but right now, things are just a little bit, well, I cough easily, let's put it that way. So we'll be fine, but just going to take a little time to get back on my feet here. So anyway, thanks for watching. Drop some comments down there. Tell us your thoughts, your feelings. Just, you know, what do you think about projects like this? And what do you want to see next on old Fat Fanny here? All right, that's going to do it. We're on the Face Thing /My Car Shop. We're over on the Instant Grandmother /My Car Shop. We're here on the U Thing, obviously, you're watching it, and that's also /My Car Shop. So subscribe, hit the bell so you receive those notifications, all that awesome stuff that helps the channel grow and everybody benefits from, including you, because you know when the next episode is coming out here. Remember, we put out episodes every Tuesday, every Friday, and every Sunday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the morning. All right. Oh, I almost forgot. One more very important thing. Don't forget. RATTY!